Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Rosie Aconseja. Thank you for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel, and for sharing this information with someone who needs it. Today, I'm going to talk about quality of life, what that means. All of us, we want to have a better life. We want to live in a nice place, have at least a car that can transport us from A to Z. And we have to have some commodities, some lifestyle. To get that, we need to first focus inside ourselves. As you realize, as you observe other people, the way they are inside their mind is outside. Through the years, through friends, to my own experience and experience from others that they share their life with me, what happened in their lives, how they change or what they haven't changed, is because, for example, I used to have a friend. She stopped talking to me because she has some mental problems. Unfortunately, she didn't wanted my help. But when I used to visit her at her house was full of boxes of food in the kitchen, plastic bags full of food around on the floor. No organized, no inside the cabinets, nothing. And also her apartment was a mess. I'm not judging, I'm just telling you from observing perspective. I could tell, and from the little things she told me, she was struggling. She was doing through, because remember, when we have to do things, we are not happy because we have to. When we want to, that's different. Like, for example, I had to go to work. I have to because we say it's because we don't like the job that we do. When we love something that we do and a part of that we get paid for it, then we want to. We can't wait to be next day to get up early and go to work because I love my job. It's an example. So it's the same with everything. And I could tell that she was very unhappy with her life. She's a single mother with one kid. And unfortunately, she was not happy. She even talked, she sent me a text after the last visit. This happened 2-3 years ago. Since the last visit, I told her if she needs anything, if she wants to talk to me. Sometimes we need someone to release our frustrations, to tell how we feel. And even I suggested to go to a therapist, to a psychologist. And she said, oh, I've been doing all that. I know how to fix myself. But because I'm going through difficult times, I don't want to talk to you and even to nobody. Please don't talk to me anymore. I will find you once I'll feel better. Looks like it's still feeling no better because has been more than 2 years and a half and she haven't contacted me back. One time I found her through an application and I sent her a message saying, hi, how you doing? How is everything? And she didn't reply back to me. So I can tell that she was not happy, that she's still not happy with her life. So we want quality of life, we have to start from ourselves. If I want to have a nice apartment, a nice house, even renting, but a nice decoration, we can have it. The thing is because our brain function in a way that if we don't control it, the brain controls us. What that means, if I'm thinking negative, like, oh, look, my friends, and also another big mistake, we compare with other people. Oh, they have a nice car. Oh, they have a nice place. Oh, they have a nice decoration. Oh, they have a nice clothes, and I don't have that. So stop comparing with others because when most of the time, if we compare with others, we're going to lose. We're going to look like a little mosquito or ant. So be careful with those things. Start to focus in yourself. When we focus in ourselves, it means, let me see what I don't like from me, what I don't like, what I don't like, what I have so far. Let me see how I can change it. So if I change my thoughts to positive things, and those positive thoughts making in actions, because most of people say, oh, but I think positive. And I say, yeah, but are you acting positive? Because one thing is say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to get up early, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to find a better job, or I'm going to decorate my house with a second-hand store, a thrift store that I can, because I don't have too much money. It's example. And then next day happen and say, oh, I'm lazy today, it's going to rain outside, I don't feel like I don't want to do anything. And time flies, and when you least expect it, you look back and you haven't do anything. And you go back to your negative thoughts, of course, because you didn't make it an action. So say, see, nothing happened in my life, everybody's luckier because they have better things than me. Yeah, but we had to make it through. We want that things happen in our life. We had to take action. That's why people suffer of anxiety, because they overthink too much. They think what is going to happen tomorrow, next week, next year, but they don't take action. They say, hey, let me do this. How can I deal with this? Let me find the possible solutions. Let me ask a friend, a family member, if they have better ideas than mine, that I can fix my daily issues or problem. Because life, a real life is not about without issues or without problems. The thing is, we learn to manage them, and for us will be more practical and easier to handle them. So we need to look inside, see what we don't like, change it, and act to change it. If I don't like my body, if I don't like the way that I act, I had to start to observe myself and see, oh, okay, I don't like my friends. I notice that every time I talk to them, I interrupt them, for example. And that's one of my things that I'm still working on it, because I get excited about the conversation and I want to interrupt. I want to give my ideas. Yeah, but I have to say, I think, and I control my thoughts. Say, hold it, Rosie. Wait until the other person talks, and then when they finish their thinking, then you can add your ideas or whatever. So that has been an issue, and I know I have it. I recognize it. That's the first important step. After you recognize your flaw or the bad habits that you have, then change it. They say, okay, you control your thoughts, you control your emotions. You're the only one responsible for your own life, nobody else. Unfortunately, television, social media, society, family, etc., they haven't taught us since we were children that everything is fixing outside of us. That is, if new car, a new house, or a new partner, that is going to make us happy. No, that's wrong. We had to make us happy first. Then that is the external, the house, the car, and the partner is how can I say? It's a complement. It's like a part of it, not the whole of it. Because unfortunately, we put our expectations, our emotions, everything outside. What happened if the new car broke? We're going to cry and kill ourselves because the car broke. What about the new house? Something happened to the house, getting fired, whatever. We are going to kill ourselves because of that. Why? Because we put the whole emotion in there. A partner. Why? Most of the people, oh, I'm going to die because he or she leave me, cheat on me, mistreat me, blah, blah, blah. No. It was a lesson, not a sentence. So we fix ourselves, we change ourselves, and then we move on. Life is like that, ups and downs. We wish to have a straight lane, but unfortunately it doesn't work like that. Life is a roller coaster, up and down. Some days we are fine, some days we are not too fine. But the only difference from positive thinking to negative thinking is that when something bad happens, my positive way is to focus in the result. If an obstacle comes into my life, the first thing I do is write it down. How can I fix it? Will be financially in any kind of situation, and write it down and focus in the result, not focus in the problem. That's the other thing that most of human beings, we made the big mistake. We focus in the problem and we don't focus in the possible results and the options that we have to resolve the problem. So it's the same with everything. When we are in knowing the good, in the good circumstance in our life, the way to handle it is to be practical, to focus on the result, and keep moving forward. It's when you fall. When you fall on the floor, are you going to stay forever on the floor? No, you're going to cry because maybe you hurt yourself, you peel your knee and maybe it's bleeding a little bit. Well, you cure yourself, you clean it out, you put some bandage, and you are all set, and you stand up and keep moving. These problems in our lives is the same way. If we have any issue, problems, we take it responsibly. We find the solutions to the obstacle, to the problem, and we keep moving forward. We cannot focus and still complaining, oh, I have this problem, I have this problem, I have this problem. And the problem is going to stay there until you allow that the problem stay there. If you focus on the solutions, then it's going to be solutions to the problem. So just don't believe me. Experience the situation. When something happens not that nice in your life, experience it. Love yourself more. Take care about yourself more. Taking care is like I'm not going outside because someone can hurt me. No, I'm talking about take care of what you feed in your brain, in your mind, and what you feed in your body. Because sometimes people misinterpret when I say take care of yourself. When I'm saying take care of yourself is take care in all the ways that human beings is. So remember those things. You are taking care of yourself. You are taking care of your mental health. Depends what you're watching. If you're watching pornography, you're watching horror movies, that is trashed in your brain. That is creating fears. That is creating pornography. Of course, is having issues with your childhood, that you have traumas, you need to go to psychologists. People who like to watch pornography is because they feel empty. What they are looking for is love, and they mostly guys, they misinterpret the love with the passion. That's why, and also they assume that because the way that the woman act in those pornography movies, in the real life, woman will like that to be treated in the same way, and it's not. That's why we need to ask questions. Every woman, every man is different. We need to ask them questions. How you like it? What you don't like me? What for you? What is hurt? Because for me, hurt could be something different than from you. So we need to ask questions before we go to the intimacy part, because that's why many people get disappointed. So that kind of thing, we need to be more conscious about our thoughts and emotions so we can have a quality life. Quality life is to have a nice place to live. Cannot be fancy or with the millions of dollars, but a place that I feel peaceful, that I feel grateful, that I feel nice living with my family or with my pets if I'm by myself. And if I have a car, it could be a used car, that's okay. But if the car is working, I don't have to show off, because that's the other problem. People like to show off to strangers, and for showing off, they get in debt, in a big debt. They have fancy cars, fancy things to show off that they are rich, but in real life they are debts until here. They don't know how they are going to pay those monthly installments or monthly payments of the luxury car or the luxury house or the luxury clothes or perfume or whatever. So we need to be conscious about to start to take care. Stop worrying about what the other people think about you. Start to worry about what you think about yourself. That's the proper way to start to have a quality life. Thank you for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel, and see you until next time. Bye-bye.